This frame symbolizes a champion team, Australia. Forever, if you look at it, the gold standard when it came to cricket. This ICC World Test Championship final crown is just yet another addition into what is Australia's brilliant sporting culture. Not just cricket, Olympic sports, hockey. Also, if you look at it, rugby. Australia have always been one of the top teams in the world. Cricket is just a manifestation of their dominance. I mean, come to think about it, everything that has to do with one in cricket is symbolized by Australia. First Test match, Australia versus England. First ODI, Australia versus England. First T20I, Australia versus New Zealand. Now, when you look at it, or also first day-night test match, Australia versus New Zealand. Anything that is pioneering, anything that is first, it is always Australia. And today, when they won the ICC World Test Championship final against India by 209 runs, you could say that they have completed the grand slam when it comes to cricket. Yes, Australia now are the first team in the history of the sport to have all ICC trophies. Champions Trophy, World Cups, T20 World Cup, then also if you look at it, this ICC World Test Championship. You extend it a little bit further even to the women, you will understand why Australia are the greatest sporting nation when it comes to cricket. Because when they won the ICC World Test Championship final today at the Oval, they had completed a 2-year cycle of dominance. Defeated England 4-0 in the Ashes, which is why in addition to the World Test Championship, they also have the Ashes in their pocket. Then if you looked at it, brilliant performances against West Indies and South Africa, followed up by wins in Pakistan, a draw in Sri Lanka and a 1-2 series loss in India. Remember, they had lost 4 consecutive bilateral series. The pressure, the psyche was all on Australia to prove that they were the best. They finally showed up thanks to magnificent turns from Travis Head, Steve Smith, a combined bowling effort from Cummins, Lyon, Stark, in particular Scott Boland, and finally Australia won the one trophy that was not there. India missed it up for the second time when they lost to New Zealand in the 2021 World Test Championship final. But Australia, an alpha team when it comes to ICC finals, consider this, from 1975 till 2023, as of now, 48 years, they have lost only 2 finals. One was 1975, the other was 1996. In between, when you look at finals, they have won everything. That is dominance, that is class. Because with this ICC World Test Championship final crown, Australia have achieved total cricket. What is total cricket? Just like in total football, if a player or a team wins all the existing trophies that is there in the world, then they have done total football. In Australia, this has now become total cricket. Because not just the 2023 World Test Championship crown, they also ended 14 years of pain when they won the 2021 World T20 that was held in the UAE. They were in a group of death, which included South Africa, Sri Lanka, England, West Indies, Bangladesh. India had the much easier group in 2021, yet they could not make it. Australia, 8 out of 10 T20Is they had lost heading into the World T20, but when they turned it on, they really turned it on. They went to the semi-finals, defeated Pakistan and also defeated New Zealand. But it is in the ODI World Cup where they are supremely dominant. 1987 was the first time that they had won. 1999 they had won for the second time. 2003, 2007 and finally in 2015. 5-time ODI champions. Because, and look at the spectre of dominance. Won in the subcontinent, won it in England, South Africa, West Indies and then at home. They have dominated the globe. In that essence, Australia are the true world champions because they have won it in Europe, in the Caribbean, in Africa, in Asia, and then at home. So, when it comes to total dominance, nothing can beat Australia. And even in 2021, if you look at it, they won it in the UAE, something which is alien for them. Not just World Cups and T20Is, they have completed the set even in the Champions Trophy. 2006 and 2009, under the stewardship of Ricky Ponting, they won the ICC Champions Trophy as well. Even here, they won it in India and they won it in South Africa. So, they won 2 ICC events. If you have to look at it, 2 ICC events and 3 if you look at it. 2021 was supposed to be held in India, but it was held in the UAE. 1987, they won it in India. 2009, they won it in South Africa, the Champions Trophy. 2003 in South Africa. 2006 in India. So, look at the range of dominance that is there. And look at this. 99, 03, 07, they won 3 consecutive, the only team to do it in history. And 34 matches, they went unbeaten. After losing to Pakistan in Leeds in 1999, they didn't lose a game for 34 matches. And then in 2011, fittingly, it was ended by Pakistan in Palakkale. So, 34 unbeaten games, 3 consecutive World Cups, 5 overall, massive. But do you think that the men are dominant? If you have to look at the women's team, the Australia women's cricket team are one of the greatest sporting teams that currently exist in the modern era. Because you judge a team, you judge a country based on the results that are there in both the men and the women. Remember, women's cricket is also making a massive headway. It is in the women's team where Australia are thoroughly dominant. Look at the ODI World Cups that they have won. 78, 82, 88, 97, 05, 13 and 22. They have won it basically in every decade that they have played in, from the 70s, 78, 82, 88, 90s, 95, first half of the first decade of the 21st century, 05, second decade, 13 and the third decade now, 22. Every decade, one thing seems to be common, Australia's dominance. Not just ODIs, you look at even the T20 World Cup. The inaugural edition began in 2010. Australia have won it in 2010, 12, 14, 18, 20 and 23. One edition that they lost was against the West Indies, and even there they made it to the final. That is the level of dominance that the women exhibit against better teams like England, you may say the West Indies to a certain extent, New Zealand and India. Even there, look at the grit, look at the dominance. And this is where Australia have completed total cricket. If I have to look at the junior cricket spectrum, that's a different thing altogether. Australia won under-19 World Cups also. But they are yet to win the Women's Under-19 World Cup. The first edition happened very recently. India have dominated there as well. So, it is a testament to Australia that why they are the greatest nation when it comes to cricket. Now, with the Ashes also in their helm for 6 years now, this test maze feels a whole lot special. They had dominated in the era of Ricky Ponting, Steve Waugh, Mark Taylor and Alan Border. Now under Pat Cummins, they now have the legitimacy that they are the #1 ranked team, and also they are the world test champions. A fitting way to describe Pat Cummins' Australian side. Thank you so much folks for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you.